Knowing that this industry is capital intensive, when you were starting in 2018, did you have a kind of collaboration, any kind of help or incentive from any, organization, the government, or, how did you start?
As you mentioned, it's actually capital intensive, and it's not a one-day process. It takes time. The most important thing is you need to have that knowledge. You need to have that exposure of how things works in the other part of the world. That's one. Then secondly, I did mention that I was a maker. I was producing products, prototyping, doing a lot of research. So I was looking at what can be done to help our economy. I remember back then, I think it was this 2016, 2017, when we used to have a lot of issues on pipelines and what have you. So as a maker that already have other products that I have produced or prototype, I know we can have our own solution for pipeline, issues in terms of gas leakages, illegal tapping, and all those issues that relate to that industry. So that was when I developed a product called Smart Gas Leak and Smoke Detector. When I did that, I been hearing about NCDMB, and that is when I approached them. I told them, you being a local content that supports local companies, I think we can do this locally. They were really excited about it, and they were very supportive. They invited me for presentation. I went there. That was in 2018. Then in 2019, January or so, I went there, presented the technology to them. And they have an R&D department. So we collaborated with that R&D department. So Amatech was founded under their R&D incubation process. Okay. So we built that together, That was the first partnership we had with them. We were trying to make sure the products can work, and we were trying to make sure we can compete with that product, and then we are also trying to see how to localize production locally, because that is what NCDMB stands for. So it took them like 3-4 years before we concluded with them. So that's when we signed. That's why we signed with them in 2021. Wow. So they have shares in our company. So with their support, we were able to get all this state-of-the-art equipment. We have they have an equity in the company. So as part of our own equity, of course, was to build these places and other things with the IP. So that is the only partnership, we have in terms of from the government. And then also, I must mention that we got some waiver for some of the equipment because we are pioneer in this industry. So we got some waivers for some of the equipment that we import into Nigeria.